All right, ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always up for a good exploration.
Today, we're focusing on Louis Urry, the inventor of the alkaline battery.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the one that's probably powering a bunch of stuff we're using right now.
Exactly. But it goes beyond that. This guy was also a major player in lithium battery development.
So, no smartphones without him.
Pretty much. We've got some excerpts from his biography, and let me tell you, it's a fascinating life story.
I bet his inventions are everywhere. I'm ready to dive in.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. 1927, Pontypool, Ontario. A small town in Canada, enter Louis Urry.
Small towns start huge global impacts. Talk about inspiration.
Right. After high school, he actually served in the Canadian Army.
I wonder if those experiences kind of shaped his work ethic later on.
Could be. But his passion was always science. 1950, he gets his chemical engineering degree from the University of Toronto.
Okay, so the guy's got brains, setting himself up for something big.
And just a few months later, he starts working at Union Carbide Corporation in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, so that's where the battery journey begins.
You got it. And this is the early 1950s, a time when portable electronics were just starting to become a thing.
Like transistor radios and stuff.
Exactly, but they were held back by, well, the batteries at the time.
Ah, right, those clunky old things. What were they called again?
Zinc-carbon batteries.
Yeah.
Not exactly known for their longevity.
Not at all. I can remember those things dying out way too fast.
And they leaked like crazy. A real problem for consumers and the companies making them.
Yeah, gotta imagine that hurt sales.
Big time. So, picture this. It's 1955, you're Louis Urry, and you're told to fix this battery problem.
Oh man, the pressure's on. Everyone's waiting for a better battery.
For sure. And what's interesting is Urry doesn't just try to tweak the old design. He goes way bigger.
He was like, scrap it, we need something totally new.
Exactly. He knew the zinc-carbon battery's limits were like built into its chemistry.
So he had to start from scratch.
Basically. And this leads him to experiment with new materials and electrolytes. And eventually, boom, the alkaline battery.
Aha, that's the breakthrough moment.
The key was combining a manganese dioxide cathode, a powdered zinc anode, and an alkaline electrolyte.
And that was way more stable and efficient than the old acidic stuff.
Okay, now here's the fun part. To test it out, he puts his prototype in a toy car.
No way, he raced it.
Yep, against a car with a regular battery. Guess who won?
I'm gonna say the one with the alkaline battery.
By a mile, proving his invention was the real deal. A classic underdog story, right? This little battery blew the competition away.
You love to see it. So what happened next?
Well, 1959, they become Energizer later, start mass-producing Urry's battery.
Game changer. Suddenly, everyone's got access to batteries that actually last.
It revolutionized everything. Flashlights, toys, radios, cassette players, anything portable.
It's crazy how one invention can have such a huge ripple effect, changes how we live.
But Urry's story doesn't end there. He wasn't just a one-hit wonder.
There's more.
Oh, yeah. While the alkaline battery was huge, Urry was already looking ahead.
He was like, what's next? What did he go on to do?
Well, he realized some things needed even more power, more energy density than the alkaline battery could handle.
Yeah, I can see that. So where did he go from there?
That's where his work on lithium batteries comes in. But we'll get into that after the break.
Welcome back. Before we jump into lithium batteries, let's go back to the alkaline battery for a sec. I'm curious, what made it so different, so much better?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
How did it stack up against those old zinc-carbon ones?
Well, the big difference is the chemistry. See, those old zinc-carbon batteries, they used an acidic electrolyte.
Ah, that's where the battery acid came from.
And it caused corrosion, shortened their lifespan. That's why they leaked and died out so quick.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So Urry's big move was using an alkaline electrolyte instead?
Bingo. It's less corrosive, way more stable. You get a battery that lasts way longer.
So a simple chemistry tweak led to a huge jump in technology. That's wild. But it wasn't just the electrolyte, right? Didn't Urry change other stuff too?
You're right. He messed with the materials in the electrodes too. Like in the old batteries, the anode was solid zinc. Urry switched to powdered zinc.
More surface area, right?
Exactly. More surface area means more electrons can flow, more power output.
Like widening a highway, more lanes for the electrons to zoom through.
Perfect analogy. And on the other side, the cathode, he ditched the carbon and went with manganese dioxide. Way better at accepting electrons.
So he basically supercharged every part of the battery.
He did. A true innovator. And like we said before, the impact was huge and immediate. Portable electronics took off.
And I think it shows how even small changes can make a world of difference. But okay, let's get to those lithium batteries. What led Urry down that path?
Even with the success of alkaline, he knew some applications needed even more. More energy density, lighter weight, stuff alkaline just couldn't do.
So he was already thinking ahead. Was this driven by new tech at the time?
Yeah, partly. The 70s saw a big push for smaller, more portable electronics. Calculators, pacemakers, that kind of stuff.
Miniaturization.
Right. They needed batteries that could pack a punch in a tiny package. And lithium is the lightest metal, plus it's got this high electrochemical potential.
Training.
Meaning lithium batteries can store tons of energy for their size, perfect for small, portable devices.
I see. So how do these lithium batteries actually work? Same basic idea as alkaline.
The principle's the same. Chemical reaction creates an electrical current. But the materials are different, and the reactions happen differently too.
Okay, break it down for me. What's unique about the chemistry?
All right, so the anode is lithium metal or a lithium compound. The cathode is usually a metal oxide. When it discharges, lithium ions flow from the anode to the cathode through an electrolyte, and that's your current.
Instead of zinc and manganese dioxide, it's lithium and metal oxides. And the
Yeah.
electrolyte's different too.
You got it. It's non-aqueous, meaning no water. Super important because lithium and water, not a good mix.
Sounds a bit dangerous. Was safety a big concern back then?
Oh, yeah. Early lithium batteries had issues. Overheating, flammability. But over time, they got better, safer, more reliable. That's how we got the lithium-ion batteries we use today.
So Urry's early research paved the way for smartphones, laptops, electric cars, even the power grid. Pretty incredible.
He was a visionary. He didn't stop at the alkaline battery. He knew we'd need even better batteries down the line, and he helped make that happen.
Makes you wonder what other advances he'd be dreaming up today.
For sure. His legacy isn't just the inventions themselves, but the inspiration he gave to other scientists and engineers, pushing those boundaries, you know?
It's amazing, right? From a small town to changing the world. Louis Urry's work, it's touched so much more than just the gadgets we use.
It really has. His inventions, they've had a huge impact on, well, on everything. Society, technology, you name it.
Think about it. The alkaline battery, it basically made the portable electronics revolution possible.
Totally. Before that, everything was plugged into the wall. Urry's inventions set us free.
No more being tethered to an outlet. Suddenly you could take your radio, your cassette player, your games, anywhere.
And lithium batteries took it even further. We talked about how they're perfect for small electronics because they're so energy dense and lightweight.
Yeah, cell phones are a great example. The old ones were bricks with terrible battery life.
Right. Lithium-ion batteries made it possible to have these sleek, powerful smartphones we have now. It's crazy how much we depend on them these days.
Phones, laptops, tablets, electric cars, everything.
And don't forget about renewable energy. Lithium-ion batteries are essential for that too, storing energy from solar and wind power.
So Urry's work is helping us build a more sustainable future.
Definitely. His inventions have shaped how we live now, and they're helping solve some of the biggest problems we face.
Really inspiring, right? One person's dedication leading to all this change. What do you think is the most important takeaway from Louis Urry's story?
I think it's that a mix of curiosity, persistence, and thinking outside the box can lead to amazing things. Urry wasn't afraid to ask, what if we did it differently? And then he actually went and figured it out.
He was a problem solver, always pushing to make things better.
Exactly. And it reminds us that coming up with a good idea is just the start. It takes work, dedication, lots of experimenting to make it a reality.
It shows you the power of human ingenuity, how much one person can achieve.
Well said. Louis Urry's life and work, it's a great inspiration for anyone who wants to make a difference through innovation.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Louis Urry, I want to leave you with a thought. What inventions, maybe simple ones, have really impacted your life?
Think about it. It could be something you use every day. The zipper, Velcro, even a paper clip.
Behind each of those inventions, there's a story of creativity, problem solving, and someone, maybe an unsung hero like Louis Urry, who wanted to do things better.
So next time you use your phone, turn on a flashlight, or drive an electric car, think about Louis Urry, the guy who helped power our modern world.
And that's a wrap on another deep dive. Thanks for listening.